So, you won't believe what happened with me and Jack. You know, the guy I dated twice? Yeah, that one. Okay, let me backtrack a bit. We met at this friend's party, and right off the bat, there was this crazy chemistry. I mean, the kind of spark that makes you think you found the one. We spent all night talking, and before I knew it, we were dating. It was so intense and so perfect at first. But then, the little things started to annoy me, like how he always had to check his phone during dinner. I tried to brush it off, thinking maybe he was just busy with work. But then it turned into late night arguments. He would get defensive when I brought it up, saying it was just a habit. I felt like I was competing with his phone for his attention. After a few months, we just kept going in circles, and I finally threw my hands up and said enough. We broke up, and honestly, I was devastated. I thought that was the end of it. I moved on, or at least I tried to. I dated a couple of guys, but none of them felt right. I missed Jack. Then, out of the blue, he texted me about 6 months later. You know that feeling when you see an old flame's name pop up on your phone? Yeah, my heart did a little flip. So, we met up for coffee. It was like picking up where we left off. He was charming, funny, and it felt so familiar. We ended up hanging out a lot, and soon enough, we were back together. I thought, maybe we just needed some time apart. But boy, was I wrong. Everything started out fine, but soon the old issues resurfaced. He was still glued to his phone, still defensive. One night, I noticed he was texting someone during dinner again. I confronted him, and guess what? He got mad. It turned into a huge fight. I felt like I was back in the same mess, and honestly, I was exhausted. After a couple of weeks of arguing, I realized I couldn't do it again. So, I made the call and ended things for the second time. This time, I felt a sense of relief. I told my best friend that I just couldn't keep chasing after a relationship that felt more like a roller coaster than a partnership. Now looking back, I can see how naive I was. It's wild how love can blind you to the truth. I mean, who dates the same guy twice? Apparently me. But I learned my lesson. Sometimes it's best to leave the past where it belongs. So, there you have it. My dramatic tale of love, loss, and the absurdity of dating the same guy twice.